So on part 2, the transaxle relocation, we take these, we make these, and we install it. Yay! So I got these transaxle mounts done. I now need to drop the transaxle out of here. And I want to remove everything. I want to remove the back plate, I want to remove all the brackets, and remove the shifter linkage. On these new mounts, I need to check two things. First thing, I need to bolt them on and then measure off the frame somewhere and make sure they're square to each other. I want this transaxle, when it's bolted back up to these brackets, I want it to sit square. Then number two, by catching all 4 holes for the transaxle to mount it, it makes the back side of this bracket, it makes it go inwards, which pushes it away from the frame. So I got to get a spacer made to take up the gap. The last set that I made here, I spaced these holes to use 3/16 aluminum for a spacer. Well, I'm out of 3/16, so the new ones, I spaced them an additional 1/16, so I should be able to use quarter, but I want to measure it and just make sure. If it is right, what I have to do is just draw a straight line from this tip here, straight across, and then that will be the shape of the spacer that I have to make. But other than that, ready for paint then I can slap it back together. Then I have to build a new bracket here because it actually is busted. You can see it flopping away. And I'll have to drill these 2 holes 2 inches farther back. Something like that. Can I have my wrench back, please? Thank you. So I gotta remove my cankle. You guys haven't seen that yet. Haven't got the video made, but I did record something. It was week of the Top Tractor Challenge and I was rushing to get stuff done. Oh yeah, there's a burr. Ooh. Not sure if you can see it, but I'm missing a bolt here as well. Man, this thing's falling apart. Honestly, with all this crap I put on here, it would really suck to break down out in the woods somewhere. Oh, there she is. Everything is out of the way. So this goes on something like so. So I'm going to work on this side first. Once I get this all locked into place, this will give me the information so I can set the other side up to make it the same. What I got to do first is get the bottom of this mount where the transaxle mounts to. I got to get it sitting parallel to the bottom of this frame. As in, whatever angle this is, I had to set this at the same angle. I'm going to snug these bolts up just enough that it'll hold the bracket in its place. We're sitting spot on at 5 degrees. 3 degrees. Alright, that's showing 5. Put the vice grips on up here so I can crank the bolts down really tight and nothing should move. I'm going to throw these on down here just for a little more clamping force. So no measuring here, we're just going to eyeball it. Something like right there. Alright. D-bird. Alright. Okay, I don't want to drill into my finger, so I'm going to position something like that. This mount is ready to give me my measurement for the other side. So I got the tape ready to take my measurements. I'm going to go from this hole to the back hole on the transaxle mount. Shove the tape measure in the hole a little bit. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to take a reading to the outer edge of the hole. And it's 7 1/16. Then for this second measurement, because I need to know the height, I'll hook on the bottom and come up to the top edge of the frame. 10 1/32. We'll write that down. Find my marker. There they are. Now I gotta represent that on this side. Almost a 16th. Oh yeah. Yay, all the drilling is done. Next thing I gotta do is figure out what the distance is between inside the frame to inside the frame. And I'm able to grab that measurement up here on the front. Where the front axle beam housing bolts to the frame rails, that gives you the exact measurement. These frame rails run like symmetrical or parallel all the way back. So the measurement here is really what it needs to be back there. So I just take a tape measure, shove it in on the inside, and then I got a straight edge I'll put on the other side of the inside, so then I can get a reading if I'm able to hold this. $12.5. Can't forget to mark this either. Just go right across the frame. Need those. Put that on there. Put that through there. Put that in there. Man, look at that. Mind-boggling. Those are going right in. I spoke too soon. That one's off a smidge. Oh well, I'll clean that up later. So then I just need to get a measurement, and I gotta go outside to outside. I'm a smidge over 12 inches. I mean like a 64th. Same thing there. 1/4 inch it is. I now need to copy this shape here on a piece of 1/4 inch thick aluminum to make my spacer. So there's my aluminum. I'll just line it up with the line, clamp the two together, and trace it. Like that. Like butter. Ta-da! Now it's time to poke all these holes into the piece of aluminum. I went ahead, clamped it on, line to line up. And what I'm going to do is take a 5/16 transfer punch, which is way back there, transfer punch this hole and that hole. Go drill it on the drill press, then put a bolt in each of those holes, tighten the bolt down to hold the plate in place, and then transfer punch the rest of the holes, then drill those out at the drill press as well. Oh yeah! Got the plate with all the bolts in there, got the mount with all the holes in there. Drop it in there, make sure they're all down. Bingo! Look at that. It's basically done. All I want to do is break these edges. By break them, I mean like just round them over because they be sharp. Then it's ready to get mounted. And earlier, this was the hole the one bolt wouldn't go down in. Not no more. When in doubt, size it out. Woo! Bingo! So I got my bracket, I got my spacer, I got my frame. Let's install this crap. I basically just want to bolt the transaxle back in here for the time being till I get front brackets made and a few other little doodads wrapped up. There we go. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh my god, I got the tires on already and it's sitting back on the ground. But trust me, it's not done yet. Not even close. So this is roughly where I sit, like my center line. And that puts me, I would guess, 3-4 inches ahead of the rear axle. I used to sit almost directly above the rear axle, but I'm kind of hoping sitting ahead like this helps with how this thing handles and performs off-road. It'd be nice to get that flipping backwards issue solved, but really this modification, shifting the transaxle backwards some, is for a future modification to solve my water and belt slippage issue. But 2 birds with 1 stone would be awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching, and yeah, have a good one.